Do you feel stuck, wondering what God's purpose for your life is? Understanding His plan can sometimes feel confusing, but through His Word, we can find clarity and hope. Today, let's explore how to trust and uncover God's plan for your life. I've been there. Moments where I felt lost, overwhelmed by choices and uncertainty. But God's plan for us isn't meant to leave us frustrated. It's designed to give us peace and purpose. It took time, prayer, and trust. But I realized that God's Word provides the blueprint for discovering His will. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This was God's promise to the Israelites during their time in exile. Even when their circumstances felt hopeless, God reminded them that He had a good plan for their lives. Let me ask you, what would it look like for you to trust that God's plan is full of hope, even in seasons of uncertainty? Proverbs 3:5-6 teaches us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Leaning on our own understanding often leads to confusion and anxiety. But when we trust God, He promises to guide us. Think about a time when you trusted God even when things didn't make sense. How did it work out in the end? Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Even the challenges we face are part of God's greater plan. He takes our pain, confusion, and even our mistakes and weaves them into something beautiful. Isn't that incredible? God doesn't waste anything in our lives. Take a moment to reflect. What is one area of your life where you need to trust that God is working for your good? Write it down and pray over it this week. Here are 3 steps to help you uncover God's plan for your life. Pray daily for clarity. Ask God to show you His purpose and to guide your decisions. Identify your gifts and passions. These often align with the unique calling God has for you. Be patient and trust His timing. God's plan is rarely revealed all at once. It unfolds as we walk in faith. Start with small steps of obedience and trust that God is leading you. Remember, God's plan for your life is filled with hope, even when it feels unclear. By trusting His promises, leaning on His guidance, and allowing Him to work through every situation, you can walk confidently in His purpose. As you reflect on today's scriptures, Jeremiah 29:11, Proverbs 3:5-6, and Romans 8:28, I encourage you to take one step forward in trusting God's plan. If this message blessed you, let me know in the comments how you're trusting God with your future. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more faith-filled inspiration, and share this message with someone who needs encouragement today. See you next week.